The first review I want to do is on a band called Structures. They released their debut album today called Divided By through probably my favourite record label, Sumerian Records. So if you don't know Structures, they're a progressive metalcore, hardcore band from Toronto, Canada. And the members are between the ages of 19 and 20. So that's pretty young for someone with such a huge sound and impact. They had an EP out last year called All of the Above, and their full-length feature album now offers enough variety to not sound repetitive. Obviously, if you know Structures, you know the time signatures are unique and differentiate compared to the other metalcore bands. But the time signatures will keep you guessing after a dozen listens. The production has beefed up so much, made it a lot more brutal for their breakdowns, the bends, harmonics, and also the re-releases of Encounter and In Pursuit Of sound a million times better than they did on the EP, in my opinion. A significant change to Structure's new sound are the clean vocals added in. Many metalcore bands feel that they have to do this, but I think Structures have done it stylishly and probably one of the best added in to metalcore today. So to top this album off, it also has 3 guest vocalists: Frankie from Amure, Kevin from Iron Dissonance, and Aaron from Despised Icon. Now that's a pretty good lineup, on top of already what is a beast of an album. So I'd probably give this album overall about 4.5 out of 5. My other review is on an English band from Coventry called Silent Screams. They released their debut album today as well, called When It Rains. Produced and engineered by Joey Sturgis, who also did Miss May I, Asking Alexandria, Attack Attack, The Devil Wears Prada. And so obviously all the bands fit under the same metalcore sound, and Silent Screams is no different. You can tell by the thick toned bass, sub-booms, clean vocals that this is a typical metalcore album. However, this is not just another metalcore band jumping the bandwagon. There are some hardcore and progressive elements to it as well. Songs such as Sinking prove this. The overall concept of When It Rains definitely flows throughout the album, even with piano parts hovering in the background to give it depth. Songs that stick out for me are Burning Bridges and obviously the title track When It Rains, which funnily enough is at the end of the album, and usually it would probably be in the middle or the second song. Overall, it is definitely worth a listen, and I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. So if you watched our last video, we went to see While She Sleeps and Buried Tomorrow at Underworld, and the next coming up gig that I'm going to is Rise Against in Bristol on the November the 12th. Is it the 12th? Let me check. Yes, I was right. Sweet. So the gig's at the O2 Academy and it's sold out, and Tom Morello's band's supporting and Polar Bear Club. So let me know if you're coming down, and yeah. So in our last video on the tube, when we were going to Camden Underworld, we used a song from a band called I Defy from Swindon, and they did a hilarious cover of Take That's Back for Good and called it Dead for Good. So I'll put a link, and you should definitely check it out. One more thing before I go, and it's about a clothing line called Mercy and Hope. And basically it's a charitable clothing line. 25% of the profits of each design goes to charity, and there's some new designs up on the Facebook and on Tumblr if you follow Tumblr. So I'll put the links down here, and yeah, check them out. And it's pretty cheap for what it is, really, and it's for charity. Charity is good. Thanks for watching this far in the video. Let me know what you thought of my first ever review video, and leave me in some comments about, you know, bands that I should review, bands I should go see, bands you've seen, and yeah, let me know. Bye.